All right. This is the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering Master Set. Pretty good. Now, guys, what we're doing here is non-foil, foil, non-foil, foil, non-foil, foil. So this is kind of how I have it set up throughout the entire collection. There are 3 binders. And I'm just going to go through this pretty fast because A, it gets cooler and cooler as we go along. And B, there's just a lot to get through with there being 3 binders. So, Sephiroth! Very much in love with this collection. It took about a year to complete, and I'm just as happy as I can be. There still does need to be a little bit of organizing, which you'll see in a little bit, but I think this is got to be one of the most complete, nicest collections out there. Got Kefka there. Let's go. Vivi's. All right, Buster Sword. And the one reason we did this, right, is because I would show people the non-foil base set, right? But then it would make the foil base set when I'd show them afterwards. It just wasn't as good of an impression, right? Like, obviously, you're not as impressed. You just saw the non-foil. Ooh, here we go. This is the sexy. This is where it starts getting sexy. Right. But yeah, then obviously, but then you'd show people the foil version and then they wouldn't want to see the non-foil version. So it was hard to show people all the cards in one go. So this was kind of the solution, which a guy I bought a lot of cards from. He was the one who kind of introduced me to this showcase format. So pretty sick. And look at that, right? Got all the crystals there. Oh my god, we got the Buster Sword and foil. Freaking insane. Absolutely love it. Masamune, Bahamut. Such freaking sick art. Bahamut from 10 is my favorite summon. So cool. So freaking cool. Oh, and then here we go into the full art characters. Got Aerith. We've got Cloud there. And of course, we've got Sephiroth. This lighting is pretty flat lighting, so it's kind of hard to see. Should have gotten like a one bright LED, but you know, we got Tifa here. Lady Love Yuna. We've got the Chocobos. And then, of course, we move on to our Sids. So, all Sids here. Oh, and then we had Kefka and Lightning here, too, in foil. And then we have all the Sids, foil and non-foil. Pretty cool. And then, of course, after all the Sids, just looking amazing. This lighting really isn't doing much for the shine, but that's okay. Then after that, we have the foil and non-foil borderless cards. So for anybody who is a collector, you know that these are probably the most trickiest to get right now, right? Because these borderless foil cards, I mean, we've got freaking Dion, Cloud here. We got the Minwu. That's what I like to call Minwu. But these are pretty hard to get because when this originally came out, it was a collector gift bundle and gift bundle, and you only got 2. Every pack came with, or every box came with 2 foiled borderless cards, and that was the only way you could get these cards. Even still, the collector packs do not even have these cards. You can only get them from the gift bundles, and you only got 2. So look how many there are to collect all of these, including the Tifa right there. It was it's just an absolute I don't want to say struggle, but low key, yeah, to get every single borderless foil. So that's this whole section. And then fun fact, there is not a Sephiroth foil version of this borderless. So I have a feeling, 503, that in expansion, that there's going to be an expansion this year. This is book number 2. This is the coolest book by far, but This is the ending with Zidane here, of the borderless cards. Here we go. These are some fun cards here. This is just where we would be having the surges go. And then obviously, these are kind of the additional cards, including the ultimate weapon. And then the chocobo bundles would go here. So I'm going to do, again, some rearranging a little bit. These are the surge. Pretty cool lands here. And then we have the additional surge. These are the only fin surges from the base set, so pretty cool. And then obviously Y'shtola and Y'shtola foil, and these are in order, guys. So that's 576, 577, 577 again, obviously 578, so on so forth, with 585 pretty much being the last one. This is gonna be where I put the scene boxes. Or I'm going to wait and see if there is actually another set that comes out. We'll see. So this is the cool, I just love the Through the Ages artwork. So this is same thing, foil, non-foil. And then look at that, like we've got the Mount Gulg, Dragon of Mount Gulg here in the foil. We've got freaking Kefka, so sick. Then we've got Terra over there. And then, woof, you guys, stay with me, foil. It's one of my favorite cards, just so sick. And then this is the Final Fantasy Chocobo Edition. Chocobo bundle, excuse me. And yeah, so then these are the lands that came with it. I'm gonna put the rest of the lands here. But, you know, we've got the Lulu. This is my favorite card in the entire series of the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. I just think the composition, the saturation, plus it's Lulu. 10 is my favorite, so it's just so fun. It's such an awesome card. I feel like they did a real good job with the Chocobo bundle series in general. But yeah, Vivi's been blowing up, Lulu's been blowing up, Cloud just blew up. A lot of the Final Fantasy cards have been blowing up recently. All right, so moving on. This is probably something you haven't seen in a while or ever. These are the Final Fantasy pre-release cards. So you can tell they're the pre-release. These came out, first one, cards come out. They are marked and signified with the 2025 / Shooting Star logo, and pretty cool. So I believe there were 90, it's either 94, 96, maybe 97 cards that came out, but each one had the logo placed in the corners. And it was real weird. What were the summons had him kind of in a weird spot, like Titan, you know, but yeah. And then moving on. So, whoops, kind of jumped ahead here, but this is, so non-stamped, stamped. And we have all the art cards here, which these have been also blowing up a little bit because from rumor has it, they are no longer doing art cards moving forward. So pretty cool. Some of these cards are going for $10. And these are the promo cards, which are very fun. Costco, get it. And that is pretty much the end of this one. I did put all the tokens, but who cares about that? The only token cards that really matter. There are some surges, but you know, we've got the Sephiroth foil. So that's going for $10. All right, last binder. Last binder here. You guys are going to call me crazy, but this is all of the commander cards. Now, the commander cards don't go non-foil foil, which I'm sure you guys hate me saying that by now, but it goes non-foil surge. So the reason being is that these are all pre-built decks on the commander side, and there were 4 of them. and one was just the regular, and then the second version was the collector surge version. So they had a surge version instead of foil. So each card has a pair, except it's surge. So pretty cool. Now here's where we get into the tricky stuff, okay? So now we're going into borderless. I don't know why they numbered it this way. So it goes 0 through 100, and then once it gets into the 100 range, it gets into the borderless. And then these borderless go not surge, but back to foil. So very interesting choice. Should have just kept it surge, in my opinion. And they should have just put this in the 400s instead of going into the 100s. But these are all of them here. And then, oh yeah, I love the summons here. You got the Maga Sisters. And then we have our cool, of course, character cards here. And then Tifa, Fick is one and the same. And then we have our Y'shtola. The Y'shtola, I have it in a hard case. So we're going to see all of the hard cases soon. And all the surges. And then it picks up here with the secret rendezvous. Pretty cool. Which are back into foil. And then we go back into surge. And these are, so why I don't have cards here, I don't technically need to put cards here, but I think I'm going to because you can see it goes M. This is literally first commander card, but then the surge version, now it gets renumbered, and this is 220. So that's another fun thing here. And then we have the Herald's Horn in foil. There's not a non-foil version, I believe. And yeah, so then that's explains these little gaps, which I will probably fix. So then we go back to, now we're in the 200s again, and then we go back to doing the 1-2 with the surge. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, my bad. Hope it wasn't like that the whole time. Probably was. Oh, well. All right, and then this is every single surge and non from the Commander series. So, ta-da! And then we'll go to the big surges. All right, and then these are all of the surges. Pretty cool. And yeah, you might notice some, if there's a duplicate up there, it's because I'm doing a whatnot show, and I will be selling almost an entire second master set. If anybody needs cards, it's going to be on July 11th. So make sure to follow my whatnot show if you guys need any cards, but absolutely beautiful. I can't get enough of it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. And feel free to send me offers. If you guys want to buy the entire set for like $1 million, $5 million, you know, something like that. I'm joking. Unless you're Post Malone, you know. All right, guys, have a good one.